Okay, so that takes us just about to wrap up time. Before we do that, Paul Williams, VOA. We've got to go through what's happened in the other leagues in Victoria. Plenty of action throughout the year, culminating in a weekend round of results which is virtually decided. The ups and downs, the varying fortunes, the roller coaster existence of the clubs below the Premier League. Paul, if I may ask you to kick us off.
Okay,
thank you.
This is State League Division 1, and special congratulations to all the teams that won their divisions this season, and commiserations for those that were relegated, and there were quite a few of those, of course, many divisions having 4 teams going down, and we'll take a look at that now. Just quickly looking at State League Division 1, a couple of interesting results here, and the champions, Bentleigh Greens, went down 4-2 to Laylaw United in the last game of the season. You could understand that. And Broadmeadows scraped a 1-1 draw at Northcote, and that was enough to keep them in State League Division 1 next season, because the 4 teams that went down from 1 are Caulfield, Frankston Pines, Oakley and Knox City.
And just significant there, Paul, you mentioned those 4 clubs. You know, that 8 of the bottom 9 clubs in Division 1, including the 4 that were relegated, are all former Premier League clubs. So how the mighty have fallen. Get on with it.
Certainly have indeed.
That's all I had to say.
Bentleigh Greens, Thomastown Devils, the 2 teams that were promoted. And in the State League Division 1 goal-scoring race, a late run from Zoran Todorowski from Westgate sees him and Peter Petrakos share that particular championship with 21 goals each. Poor old Chris Andriotis, he was leading all the way through the season, but he finished 1 goal further behind. State League Division 2, we know the champions there, Springvale White Eagles. Moorabbin City is the other side to gain promotion. Relegated from State League 2 is Chelsea, Altona City, Ringwood City and Clifton Hill. State League 3 now, Westvale and South Dandenong, the 2 outstanding sides in that particular division. It was always going to be those 2 to go up into State League 2 next season. Relegated there, unfortunately, for Keilor Eagles, Seaford United, Sunbury United and Sandringham, who actually did win 1 game. They won 2-0 last week, quite an amazing result. Their 1 win of the season. They finished with only 6 points after 26 games. State League Division 4 now, top 2 teams there, South Springvale and Cranbourne on 57 and 55 points respectively. Just 3 going down from that particular division to Provisional 1 next year. South Wanturna, Doveton and perhaps Brighton if they're still around next year. Provisional Leagues, Greg.
Thank you, Paul. Provisional League Division 1. Moreland City and Layla are the 2 teams to go up into the State League next year. Only 3 teams down in the Provisional League. Glenroy, Dandenong, Brandon Park all go down from Provisional 1. In Provisional 2, Keysborough and Mornington, who finished level at the top of the ladder, they go up. Going down, Berwick City, Broadmeadows United and Monash University. And in Provisional 3, Metro, Endeavour United and Templestowe Eagles on their way up. Carrum United, of course, well, it doesn't really matter because there's nowhere else to go in the Provisional 3rd Division. It's about the lowest of the low. It's the rear end of Victorian soccer.
Can't get any worse than that.
Can't get any worse than that, Paul. So there you go. There's the results as we have them to hand at this stage.
And now we're going to look at junior soccer in Victoria. And of course, unless you didn't already know, in New South Wales this week, the National Junior Championships are on for under 15 and under 16 sides. Now, our under 15 and under 16 sides played each other at Olympic Park last week as a preview match before the grand final. We'll take a look at those highlights in just a moment.
Well, here we are, after months of preparation, here we are at Tullamarine, ready to fly out to compete at the National Championships in Sydney. Behind me is the team of officials that will be supervising the under-15s and the under-16s. All have very key roles to play in the organisation. First of all, we'll talk to the physios, Alex Conturi and Cameron Dunkley. Alex, what's your role at the Championships?
Basically just to make sure all the players are fully fit and recover from any knocks they might get during the games. Just make sure all the players are on the park ready to perform at their best.
And Cameron, it's a very strenuous role for you.
Oh, 16 hours a day in. We don't get much time to ourselves, but it's worth it when we come to the championship.
Continually massaging and rubbing.
Yeah, treating those little knocks. 6 games in 7 days is pretty tough on the boys, but we'll get them through.
Well, these 2 guys do a great job. It's their role to make sure that the boys continue to play at their maximum. Now, next we have Lou Kastner. Lou, the preparation for the state squad has been good?
It's been very good. Things are going according to plan, and I think we'll We'll do a good job as long as everything goes okay. If we haven't got any injuries or a discipline record stays well and we play according to our form, we'll do a good job. Yeah.
Are there any players to look out for at the championships?
Well, I think midfield is special. We've got our front runners are good. The whole team is as a unit. I think will be very impressive. Yeah.
Great. And next we have Lou's manager, Mr. Ian Perry. Ian, okay, looking forward to the championships?
Yes, looking forward. It's been a very long time. My role is coming to an end pretty soon. Now it's up to the boys to do what they can on the park for us.
Terrific. And next we have Dave Phillips, who is the tour manager. Dave, what's your views on the championships?
My views are quite simple, is that Victoria going up there determined to win both the 15s and 16s. I'm there mainly to keep an eye on both age groups and give whatever help is needed.
Terrific, thank you. And the under-15 coach is Pat Barrera. Pat, last Sunday we had the final hit out with the state 15-16s playing at Olympic Park. Was that a good preparation?
It was a terrific preparation because they were exposed to a big stadium, they were exposed to a big crowd, good setting, and they enjoyed tremendously that occasion, and I hope we keep repeating that sort of venues.
Terrific. And finally, Dennis Robertson. Dennis, are the boys confident?
The boys are very confident, Ian. They're looking forward to it, and along with the boys, Pat and I are ecstatic about the opportunity to go up there and hopefully bring back that cup for Victoria.
Terrific. Well, these guys play a key role with the organisation. Now it's up to the boys to perform.